Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside LaSalle College High School, a District 12 championship site. The doubleheader tonight begins with the girls, the 3A Girls Championship game. It's the Imhotep Panthers against the Neumann-Goretti Saints. Bob Long, Will Ryan, your broadcast team here this evening. And now let's meet the starters for the Panthers of Imhotep. Janai Smith introduced first, averaging 15 points per contest and 4 rebounds. Callista Gaiman, averaging 4.5 points per game, grabs a couple rebounds for contest as well. A freshman at 5'5". Tanaya Finley averages 8 points per game, a senior. Samaya Stevens, the MVP of the league, at least in the public league championship playoffs held just last weekend. Micaiah Sunshine Rambert Carter averaging 6 points per game, a big down low, going to make life difficult for the Saints. And now the Catholic League representative from 3A, the Neumann-Goretti Saints, coached by Andrea Peterson. Corinne Easley, second team All-Catholic this year, averaging 7.5 points per game. She's been a spark plug in her first year with the program. Amira Hackney introduced next, 7.5 points per game, 4 rebounds at 5'9", a junior. Brooke Barnes, a 5'8" sophomore, averaging 7 points per contest, sensing the trend. A lot of balance in this starting lineup. DeAsia Atkinson, 11.5 points per game, 8 rebounds, and here's the leading scorer for this Saints team, number 2, Majay Hayes, 23 points per game, 6 assists per contest. Will suffice to say the offense is going to run through her.
Yeah, Hayes, efficient from the floor, great free throw shooter as well. Just a fun senior to watch for this Neumann-Goretti Saints team.
Already a pretty good crowd here for the girls' game. The boys' game comes up next at 7 o'clock p.m. Archbishop Bryan in 5A. The Philadelphia Catholic League representative at that classification against Imhotep, the Public League champions. That game is sold out. No more tickets will be sold at the door, and the only way to watch is right here with Bob and Will on Bob Long Sports.
Yeah, that one's going to be a fun one, but first this one, Bob, and the energy is already in the building. It's going to be a fun one. Imhotep student section in the building. Look like they all came together. They've got the white shirts. Just going to be a fun atmosphere today, Bob.
Looking forward to it. Imhotep in red, Neumann-Goretti in white. Rambert Carter, and it's going to be a quick over and back, some miscommunication there. So Imhotep will start with the basketball just 3 seconds into the game. Now, quick conversation at the scores table with Jason Isley handling the clock here. And yes, Will, time for basketball.
Yep, it looked like the conversation there was just around it will be Imhotep possession to start the game as well because the backcourt violation on Neumann-Goretti.
Yeah, so at the next alternate possession, you're absolutely right. Imhotep will get the basketball. And a foul call. Nickel dimer there. Tanaya Finney picks up her first, team's first. On the other end, Will, nice bucket by Janai Smith, averaging 17.5 points per game. Just an ability to get into the lane there and finish. We know she can hit the hard ones, but that time off the bounce creates her own bucket.
Yeah, and when we talked to Coach David Hargrove at Imhotep in his 6th season, he was very, very happy with all of his seniors, the true leaders of this team. He's got 3 of them, and he's really happy with their play.
Good job to get rid of the basketball there without turning it over, but it's turned right back over, and Will, very prescient, that conversation at the scorers table. becomes a point of discussion very quickly. So the alternate possession gives it back to Imhotep.
Absolutely, and here's the conversation with the officials. It looked like one of them was maybe a little out of the know on the call, but it's nice to see them talk it out, get the call right. Looks like we're off to a good start here at LaSalle College High School for this 3A girls game.
Token three-quarters court pressure by the Saints of Neumann-Goretti, dressed in white, Imhotep in the red. And Neumann-Goretti stays in the man-to-man set. Samaya Stevens dishes off the basketball. Finney came through. Good save there by Neumann-Goretti, and they come back to the basketball. Transition opportunity. It's 4-on-3. The runner couldn't quite get the finish, but what an offensive carom. It's another jump ball. It'll stay with Neumann on the alternate possession.
Bob, we were talking before the game, and I said Dieza Atkinson, the best rebounder in the Catholic League, maybe the best rebounder in the area, showing it there, already getting active on the offensive glass.
Dribbling through traffic, nearly lost the basketball. Easley for three. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Saints. But active on that offensive glass, making every rebound a challenge.
Absolutely, and it was a nice shot from Easley there. It looked good. It's a shot that Neumann-Goretti's going to be happy with every possession.
Good move all the way to the hoop, off the glass. What a finish. Janai Smith. And a quick, well, no, they're just going to kind of reset and go. Gives us an opportunity to take a quick peek. Oh, what a finish. And back on the other end, Neumann-Goretti quickly gets a shot, and they're on the board.
Yep, that's that Hayes and Atkinson connection there. Hayes gets into the middle of the lane. We've seen it twice now today, but that time she dishes it off to Atkinson, who's got the nice little six-footer in her game.
And what a block. Brooke Barnes, the starter, and a block called against Imhotep. What a block, though, by Barnes. Defending the rim here at LaSalle in the early going. Imhotep, they've gotten a couple of good looks inside. Well, that time Barnes stands up to the challenge.
Yeah, absolutely, because we saw, Smith go the first time and go so high off the glass, so you know it's going to be a challenge to contest and block shots when they're going so high off the glass, but really nice job there by Barnes.
And I like the idea to give Barnes the look, right? Reward the big. And she got a great look at it. Can't argue with the look, just a touch long off the back iron.
Yeah, only one bucket so far for the Saints, but I think they're pretty much happy with their shot selection so far.
The dish inside, couldn't quite handle it. First on the floor is Neumann-Goretti, and a timeout called. Great job by Andrea Peterson. We'll get another look at this here at 5:23 to go in the first quarter. And, well, it's just who gets on the floor first. And a nice job by Neumann-Goretti, specifically Gaiman. Beg your pardon. Yep. Number one, Corinne Easley.
Yeah, and the other thing there, Bob, it's the right idea from the Lady Panthers, right? You want to get it into Michaela Sunshine Rambert-Carter. She's the tallest girl on the floor, 6'4", senior leader on this team. So if you can feed it high to her, that's ideal. That time just a little out of her reach. But again, I like the play, but just great hustle by Neumann-Goretti.
Also, I'm seeing on the replay there a little bit of shake on that camera. You're getting the real feel of the atmosphere here. You know, defense and then banging the floor. Yeah, that's affecting the camera a little bit, but you know what it's like to be here in a packed LaSalle gymnasium here this evening.
Yeah, and this is just a taste. This atmosphere, it's so good for this game. It's going to be so good for the next game. It's going to be a fun night of District 12 games here at LaSalle College High School in Winmore.
Good drive to the hole. A mouthpiece ended up on the floor. That was halfway down. Wouldn't go for Easley, but you can't argue with the look. Imhotep in transition. Great job just to sprint and get back there by Neumann-Goretti. They get the block. And who else? Brooke Barnes, a second block early on for her.
Yeah, and you know how tough it is to stay in front of Janai Smith. And we know that Janai Smith can get it high off the glass, but Barnes doing a great job contesting thus far.
Back to action at 5:01 to go in this first quarter. And a grab's going to be called. That'll go against Easley.
Interesting. They put that one on Atkinson there.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
I think the original foul and I think the original call was the reach in by Easley. You were absolutely right. But then when you saw the near side official kind of waiting for Atkinson to, excuse me, not Atkinson. Yeah, Atkinson.
Yep.
They put it on 22. So when they saw the near side official waiting for Atkinson to get up, I guess you knew that the call was going to go against Atkinson. Interesting.
Really nice job by Neumann-Goretti on that defensive glass. They don't have the size to match up with Imhotep down below. Offensive foul is the call. Neumann-Goretti won't like it, but that's a wonderful defensive play by Tanaya Finney. Caught her in the chest, legal guarding position, stayed with her the whole way. An offensive foul.
And what a blast the Imhotep student section is having there. They appreciate the hustle and the effort from their Lady Panthers so far.
And a large contingent just made their way into the gym here, so bear with us as we keep you in the half court. Thought about the open three. What a drive to the basket, too strong off the glass. But Janai Smith with the eye raise got the defense off guard. All the way to the 10. That's a great bucket by Majay Hayes.
Just electric in transition is Hayes. The use of the Euro step, the use of the in and out, she has it all in her bag, and she's showing it so far here early in the first quarter.
3:54 to play in the first quarter. It is 4 apiece. Been a great basketball game thus far. And knocked out of bounds. That's last touched by Imhotep, they say.
You know what? I think it's the right call. I want to say it went off the knee of number 1, Callista Gaiman.
Yeah, let's get another look here. But anyway, you slice it. Excellent defense by Hayes.
You just get the feeling with two well-coached teams, obviously only 4-4 early here, but you get the feeling it's going to be close all the way here, Bob.
And now Imhotep into a zone for the first time. They get a great look out of it. Top of the key, no. Great rebound, and that's the difficult thing about being in the zone. You can give up some offensive caroms. That's 2. And a bump. You got to be careful there. Tanaya Finney not happy. You know why? Well, that's her second personal foul, team's 3rd.
Yeah, and when the ref sees you reach around, they're more inclined to make the call whether or not there was contact there. But yeah, absolutely, Finney's got to be careful. 2 personal fouls, don't want to pick up a technical as well.
Corinne Easley, she runs the point. Here's Amaya Scott with a touch, a back screen. Drive to the bucket, good swinging around, creates the extra look for the shot. And everything but the finish. Can't argue with the offense. A little long on that 3. Great defense again by the Saints. Here they go. This is Hayes. How good is that finish?
Boy, is she fun to watch in transition. The Euro step. Big time from Hayes.
Almost creates a steal on the other end. Got it across the timeline there for Imhotep.
What a fun matchup we have between Hayes and Smith. I mean, 2 high-level guards just duking it out here for the 3A City Championship.
Smith has it. She's been so good off the bounce. But Hayes has been so good defensively. That's why it's that type of matchup that we love. And look at this switch. Let's see if they go after it. Yes, they do. But double team, it goes off the knee of Smith and back to Neumann-Goretti. So, well, that's just great basketball. Great job by Imhotep to get the switch, try to exploit it. But a heavy double, creating that baseline as the 3rd defender. That's so good.
And it's a great job by Atkinson just knocking it off the knee. I don't know if she did it on purpose or not, but we'll give Atkinson credit for it without a doubt.
Great moves, contact, and no foul, but a great finish. Neumann leads 8-4. Timeout called by Imhotep. David Hargrove, he's like, hey, where's the charge? And listen, I don't blame him. Difficult call for the referee to make there, knowing in the back of your head nonetheless that that would have been Hayes' second personal foul with a charge call.
Without a doubt, and frankly, Peterson could have been angry. Hargrove could have been angry there. The no call, I guess, you could say both coaches might be angry now. You didn't please one or the other, but nevertheless, I don't mind the no call.
Yep.
When a star player like Hayes, and I'm not saying the referees take star players into account, but when a star player like Hayes has such a nice take like that, you don't want her to see her pick up that second foul. And it's nice that we get to see her stay in the game. Because had she picked up that second foul, it likely would spend an extended amount of time on the bench.
Yeah, still first quarter action, 1:44 to go, Will.
Couple games last night, this score would feel out of reach, but man, it's a great game today so far.
No doubt about it. These two games sure to impress. Sold out crowd, that tells the story. High school basketball alive and well here in Philadelphia, a hotbed of basketball on a national scale. Samaya Stevens. Hands off for Kaijane Cooper. And a foul is called. That's going to be on the reach, Callista Gaiman. Third team foul. And they say it's in the act of shooting. So two coming at the line, just the first on Gaiman.
That was a tremendous job by Stevens there, going into the body, creating the issue.
And I beg your pardon, Gaiman not involved in that play. It was Corinne Easley picking up her first for Neumann-Goretti. Stevens on the drive. She hits the first at the line.
And checking out of the game, it was Michaela Sunshine Rambert Carter. So the Lady Panthers looks like they're going to go a little small ball here to match Neumann-Goretti.
2 of 2 at the line for Stevens. Just 52% on the year from the foul line on 66 attempts. Well, didn't look it that way. Looked very smooth and confident at the line. And a great floater. That's Easley. She just picked up her first foul on the previous possession, but a great job to slide through. Penetration against the zone well, and the floater avoids the would-be shot blocker. She got it right back. It's Easley. And they're going to wave it off. They're going to say the foul's on the floor. And Andrea Peterson, yeah, she's got a rightful beef on that one. Let's get another look.
So, Bob, I would say in the association, if they want to call that, no basket, that would be a clear path foul. So you would think maybe the referees would say, hey, that just stopped a bucket. Maybe a little unfair. Give her the bucket. You don't know, obviously, but tough call.
I got to tell you, I didn't see much contact. Offensive rebound, a block from Imhotep. It'll stay here with 38 seconds left in the first quarter.
Looks like we're going to have a conversation between officials here.
Yep.
And the TEP students section is happy with that call. Man, what a fun atmosphere thus far.
What does that mean? Does that mean our call of block is no longer applicable? I had that as a block. Block of the basketball, that is.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I thought the baseline official had a good angle at it. He made the original call. Sideline official came in and disagreed.
And that one, good call there in front of us. Off the knee of Callista Gaiman, back the other way to Neumann-Goretti. And already, it's early here, Will, but a pretty big possession, 24 seconds left. You can carry this down, get the last shot of the quarter. If you can put a bucket in to double up through 8 minutes, you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
Hey, absolutely, and the beautiful thing here is the Saints have just so many options who can take this last shot for them. I mean, if Hayes is taking it, you're happy. If Easley's taking it, you're happy. And then freshman off the bench, Scott, if she takes it, you're happy. A great shooter off the bench. Only a freshman.
17 seconds left in this first quarter. That's going to create a great look for three. No good. Rebound fought for and corralled. Got to get it up quickly, and they can't. Clock ran out. But we head to the second quarter, and it's 10-6, Neumann-Goretti. Bob Long, Will Ryan, your broadcast team. Quick timeout. We'll be right back. Bob Long, Will Ryan here. District 12 official broadcast partner is Bob Long Sports this year. Thrilled to be here, Will. And Will is a LaSalle College High School basketball player, basketball savant, and broadcasting up-and-comer. Thrilled to have you. Tell me what you've seen through 8 minutes.
Well, you've seen two high-level guards in Majay Hayes and Janai Smith on the other end for the Lady Panthers. Two girls that can really get into the paint and great finishing ability. You saw it with the highlight play from Hayes early on the Euro step. But again, 10-6 here. It's anyone's game. It's not out of reach yet by any stretch of the imagination, as it's only the first quarter. But I guess my point being, these two teams can play.
Imhotep able to recover the possession, and they'll rightly pull it back. Cooper was able to come up with the basketball. Now it's Janai Smith, and she's grabbed. That's going to be the second personal foul on the 23-point scorer for Neumann-Goretti, Majay Hayes.
Yeah, that's the risk when you put your best offensive player on Imhotep's best offensive player. It's certainly a star-studded matchup, the issue being, you know, these great players can draw fouls.
But there you go. That also can happen. But they're going to get it right back. Janai Smith, after getting intercepted by Hayes, brings it on down. Good body control to avoid the charge. And just got a little too far underneath the basket. Hayes, so good with the change of direction. And brought down by Imhotep. They're trying for the baseball pass. It was tipped. And Imhotep will be well served to pull it back. They're not going to do it, though. Neumann-Goretti comes the other way. 2-on-2. A three. And this is a high-paced basketball game. And I think that pace favors Neumann-Goretti. 2-on-1, great leave. Oh, just didn't finish it. Everything but the finish that time. Tough shot, that one won't go. And a foul called. 6:34 to go first quarter, and I think both benches need to be telling their teams, hey, let's slow it down a little bit, maybe run a little bit of offense here.
Bob, I was about to say that foul gave both teams a chance to catch their breath, but also us a chance to catch our breath, as that was some high-paced, fast-paced, I should say, high-level basketball. Certainly a lot of turnovers, but that's more because the defense is just so quick. They're flying around the floor here.
Yep, those passes need to be a little bit more crisp when the defense is playing like this. Getting in the passing lanes, a high zone here. There's a three, too long. And that's an excellent rebound. Stevens. And she's just going to take it all the way herself off the glass. Just wouldn't fall. And I tell you, for all the size that Imhotep has, well, it's been a lot of one-and-dones for them. Neumann-Goretti, offensive foul. That goes against Corinne Easley. And that's her second personal foul. Comes at 6:03 to go in the first quarter.
Bob, this is fun to watch because not only the pace, but the defensive discipline so far. When it gets this fast, it might not come into your head to take a charge, but Imhotep's taken two so far, tried to take another. Really great defense, great discipline so far in this one. 5:51 remaining.
That one, everything but the finish. No good off the hands of Tanaya Finney. Easily pulls up. That one no good, a little too strong. And a foul is called, a grab called against Neumann-Goretti.
Bob, I don't know if a 3 has fallen yet in this game, but about 8 or 9 of them have looked really good. I mean, right on. Both coaches happy with the shot selection so far, just not falling.
5:33 to go in the second quarter. This is game 1 of 2 here for us. Both of them involve Imhotep. So we want to welcome the Imhotep faithful and the Philadelphia basketball faithful and beyond. Give us a like and give us a subscribe, if you would, on our YouTube channels where we have all of our programming. You can see this game, of course, the game coming up next, and some state playoff action coming over the next month. That's Bob Long Sports, your choice for Philadelphia high school basketball and the place to catch it all. Good catch there in the center of the zone. Went high with it and kept it in bounds easily. Extra pass, a wing 3. And just an unbelievable night of rebounding the basketball. Now one official had a foul, another one had a jump ball. Jump ball wins out.
Bob, I was about to say I agreed with the baseline official. Looked like Atkinson got pushed. But again, it'll stay Neumann-Goretti ball. And when the jump ball possession favors Neumann-Goretti, you do prefer to see the jump ball. Unless you're the coach of Neumann-Goretti, then you probably would have liked a foul there.
Now just making sure that they're readjusting the possession arrow, which they will upon the entry. There's a 3. Just won't go. Again, another one right on line, Will. There's a foul, and it got caught in the rim. So 2 shots coming at the line. And you know what? Brooke Barnes, she deserves it. She's been excellent on both the offensive and the defensive glass.
Absolutely. And when you look at a girl like Barnes and a girl like Atkinson specifically, it almost reminds you of like Dennis Rodman type hustle on the glass. Just really, really fun and exciting to watch.
Tell you what, this Imhotep crowd, Will, is something else. It is unbelievable, great energy, forcing you to kind of hold the camera best you can. There it is. They are trying to get in the head of the shooter, Barnes. 1 of 2.
It's a fun atmosphere to call a game in, Bob. Similar to your call of the Neumann-Goretti game, a fun atmosphere there. We've had a lot of fun atmospheres so far this year.
It's everything that's good about high school basketball. 4:35 to go, second quarter action. This is the 3A girls title game. It's live here on Bob Long Sports with Bob Long and Will Ryan, your broadcast team. Saw our buddy Mike Hawkins across the way, committee leader for the District 12 committee. Appreciate them wanting us to be out here for these 4 games over the course of the 2 days at our home away from home, LaSalle High School.
Nice no call there by the official.
And a dribble drive. And what a block! Knocked out of bounds, last touch by Imhotep. But Samaya Stevens, she's everywhere.
I believe that was actually Michaela Sunshine Rambert Carter.
Beg your pardon.
The 6'4" center for Imhotep Charter. She is everywhere. That wingspan, incredible.
No good on the 3. Imhotep has numbers if they look up the floor.
Bob, how many 3s have looked good so far? That one I could have sworn was in. Just really nice shooting from both teams, just not falling.
By the way, Rambert Carter, talked about her being everywhere, comes into the game well with 12 blocks. And I tell you what, that's not all that surprising. The only surprising thing is maybe that it's not a few more. She is long and has great defensive positioning. That one no good from Stevens. A pull-up 3 for Hayes, a little too long.
Hayes has to be careful. She's already got 2. Aggressive defense in the backcourt there.
And with an officiating crew that has been quick to whistle things down. They've maintained great control of this basketball game.
Great control and even so far, both teams with 6 fouls.
Too strong off the glass. It's a great job by Hayes, though. She plays off of 2 feet, uses the backboard to her advantage, and is not afraid to pull up and hit the floater rather than go all the way into traffic. That's great defense. On the end line, or the sideline, beg your pardon, was Deasia Atkinson. But man, just pure effort from Atkinson on the defensive end. Once you bring that ball down in front of her, she's going to be first on the ground.
Diving on the loose ball, and if you look at the video there, it might be hard to see her out of bounds. Her hand was on the sideline there, so great call by the official as well.
2:45 to play, first half action. And that's already the 7th team foul against Neumann-Goretti. To the front end of the 1-and-1 goes Imhotep. That'll be Janai Smith.
That's a tough block call there on Corinne Eastley. I guess they just say out of position. Yeah,
you know?
and that's what a girl like Janai Smith, she forces the issue. We've seen a lot of girls in the past day or two who force the issue, and Smith is no exception.
She does hit the front end of the 1-and-1, a 68% foul shooter on the year. Now it's Neumann-Goretti's turn to stomp the feet and get the camera out of position. 1 of 2, I guess it worked.
It's so fun to call a game in these atmospheres where the crowd has an impact on the game. Refreshing from last year as well.
An open 3 for Hayes. Finally, the door is open.
And Bob, this game's 14-7, but it is not unreasonable to say that this game will probably end up in the 40s. I mean, so many good shot selections so far, just not falling. Once they start to fall, this game could get high scoring in a hurry.
A lot of contact, no, puts it up. Oh, that one almost went down. Right back into the hands of Smith. They're going to wave that one off, but a grab, a hand check as she went through the lane. She'll shoot front end of the 1-and-1 again.
That was quite something there from Smith. The hustle on the floor, gets up so it's not a travel, first of all. That's someone who's played a lot of games of basketball, and then goes up strong with it. They say on the floor, but she'll still get a trip to the line for a 1-on-1.
And front end so important, Will, particularly when you're having a tough time see it go through the hoop. And Neumann-Goretti brings it down. They want over the back, but what a rebound that was.
Hayes has the ball on a string. What a screen as well.
Great look. Easily for 3, short. And a bump called against Imhotep. He's not going to like that call.
No, that's a tough call, especially in a situation where it would have been Neumann ball anyway. But a trip to the line for Neumann-Goretti as they have a chance to expand this lead, already doubling up the Lady Panthers. We'll do the best we can to keep this camera in place. Again, this crowd is awesome.
I'm thinking about our potential options, Will. We have a stick that we might be able to use, throw that on the seat versus the floor, but those are potential halftime adjustments. One of 2 from the line. And that should be a travel. That's your call. .131. The argument, I think, from the Imhotep bench is maybe a jump ball. I'm not sure there was joint possession for long enough to get that call. I think that's the right one there.
I agree with you there, Bob. I think it was probably the right call. Certainly an argument to be made by the Lady Panther faithful, but probably the right call favoring the Saints of Neumann-Goretti.
And now Imhotep got the basketball. Way to get on the floor and create possession for yourself. A lob inside. Offensive rebound, count it, and 1. All in one motion. And we'll get another look at this here, Will.
Losing it.
All in one motion, takes the that's so good.
Got clotheslined, doing it as well. My goodness.
And they get an offensive rebound out of it. Baseline drive, tried to go up and under. On the tip, it's not a travel. So now they can reset. 1:04 to go. A 3 would be a big one. Another offensive rebound, too strong. Another offensive rebound, and we got a travel. Huh.
Wow, let's take a peek at that one, Bob.
You guys be the judge.
I'll tell you right now, there was a foul. Hayes' arm was stuck, wrapped around the big fella.
Yep.
I shouldn't say the big fella. Michaela Sunshine Rambert Carter. That was a foul on Majay Hayes. That would have been her third.
You're right.
Unfortunate that would happen. And then you got a foul on Imhotep there when you could have had a carry on Hayes. Interesting.
Yeah, they said the knee came in there. Tough one.
Yeah, I'm not saying that wasn't a foul, but had they not called that, absolutely a carry on Hayes.
45 seconds left, though. Huge opportunity for Hayes. She goes to the line to shoot the front end of the 1-and-1. And hits it. Hayes, 23 points per game. Tell you, she hits a lot of really difficult shots, but you don't get to 23 points a game, Will, without hitting the easy ones as well. She creates contact and a very good foul shooter.
Exactly. I was lucky enough to go see her quarterfinal game versus Lansdale Catholic, and 13 for 15 from the line, and that one on her way to 27 points in a big 5-4 upset at Lansdale Catholic.
Neumann-Goretti then got to the semifinal, lost in that semifinal to Archbishop Carroll. And that's an offensive foul called against Imhotep. That goes against Rambert Carter. One more look at this one. That's a really tough call.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, Bob, these calls will start going Imhotep's way in the second half. That's usually the way the game works, just kind of all evens out in the end.
I mean, the fouls are fairly even, 9 fouls to 8.
Absolutely.
It's a tightly called game. That's just what's happening here. And that's okay. You do want them to be consistent about it.
Well, you heard Coach Peterson yell out last shot, so it's safe to expect that the Saints will hold for one here. Clock operator is ready, and we will be underway. Again, so many girls you can go to. You have Easley with it, but you can give it to Hayes. You can give it to really anyone.
They go to Hayes, and she hits it.
That was not the last shot, Bob, but you'll take it.
Yeah, it's still plenty of time here, 10 seconds left. But Imhotep having trouble getting it across. Now they do have it. Got a really good look from the elbow. That one's good. Excellent offense from Imhotep. One heave at the horn. No good. And that is the end of the first half. 20-11 your score.
Nice elbow jump shot there. That was impressive. Finish the half again. It's 20-11, but you do get the feeling that this game could get really high scoring if these shots start to fall.
All right, Coach. Hey, thanks for taking a couple minutes. Good first half for you guys. A couple more shots that could have gone, but you're running good offense. You're getting good looks.
Yes, absolutely. I think if we make more shots, it's a different game right here. We need to lock in a little bit more on defense, put those, make some more shots. I think we'll be all right. We got to adjust a little.
What do you think those adjustments will be? What do you think you have the conversation with the team at half about?
Just settled. I think we're settled in now. I think it's a little bit of nerves, everything, the crowd here, the student section over there. So I think we just need to settle in. I think we got all the nerves out now. We just need to play our basketball.
We'll let you get to your team. Thanks for doing this.
Appreciate it.
Thanks again to the coach there of Neumann-Goretti. Andrea is unbelievable. She was great with us before we came here today. And Andrea, getting to her team, she's going to get it good to go as we head to the second half. Back to you, Will.
Yeah, absolutely. A fun game so far here, Bob. And she mentioned the student section. We'll show TEP student section. not standing up right now, but certainly having an impact on the game, and the fans to our right here also having an impact on the game. We said you might see it on the camera rattling a little bit, but that's just because how intense and how awesome this atmosphere is at LaSalle College High School here. And we'll take a break, and we'll see you in a couple minutes at the other side of halftime.
Welcome back, folks. David Hargrave is with us here, head coach of Imhotep. Your thoughts on the first 16 minutes?
David Hargrove. But my thoughts on the first 16 is that it's obviously a little sloppy. We got to do a better job on the rebounds for sure, and we got to get back to our detail on number 2 and try to slow her down. And then offensively, we got to be patient and get to our spots. I think we're rushing a little bit.
And what do you think the key is to kind of settle that down, run the set?
It's just going to be our players owning the moment. I think we talked about it just right now at halftime. We're right where we need to be. We know how to respond in the third quarter when we're down, so we should come out looking good right here.
Well, we look forward to the second half. Thanks for doing this, Coach.
Thank you. No problem.
David Hargrove with us here. Bob Long sending it back up to Will in the booth. All right, back here in the booth, Bob Long, Will Ryan. Thanks to David Hargrove for the time, as well as to Andrea Peterson from Neumann-Goretti. About ready to get going in the third quarter. The score is 20-11. Neumann-Goretti leads Imhotep. It's been a tightly contested game. A lot of shots that could have fallen. You heard that from both Coach Hargrove and Coach Peterson, and I think that might be it, Will. I mean, not just who gets into the offensive sets, but how many of these good looks are actually going to fall, who's going to hit more of them. That's going to walk away your winner.
Absolutely, and I think both coaches probably have great confidence in their girls and that these shots will start to fall in the second half, and the Lady Panthers will get the first opportunity here.
Imhotep in red, Neumann-Goretti in white. Good move to the basket. Offensive rebound by Smith and hits the turnaround. That's Janai Smith.
Well, Coach Hargrove talked about getting settled, and even though tough shot, it was really nice of Smith there to kind of organize herself before shooting that fadeaway.
3-on-2 coming the other way. A 3 in transition. In and out. That was halfway down. How that could have swung things early on in the third quarter.
Yeah, you get the feeling that this place was about ready to explode if that one fell.
No good on the 3, but another offensive rebound. A foul is called against Samaya Stevens.
Atkinson so active on the glass, and even a checkout almost isn't enough to keep Atkinson off the boards. You almost need to send 2 at her and hope that the guards don't crash.
But no good on the first. First team foul goes against Imhotep, and it's the first against Stevens. One of 2. Early third quarter action here on Bob Long Sports. Broadcast partner of District 12. Offensive rebound. Swing to the corner for Smith, and she's bumped by Easley. That's her third personal foul. Comes at 6:47 to play in the third.
Four for Easley. That's going to be I would say a real issue, but when you have an impact bench player like Scott, oh wow.
Double dribble the call there. I think that was the right call on the baseline. Kind of put it down with 2 hands after the initial swipe.
Yeah, Hargrove has a case though. I think he thought the ball was hit, and I tend to agree just off the bat, but certainly could be the right call by the official there.
Pull up from the elbow, uses the glass.
After 14 first half points, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she called glass there.
on the dribble drive, all the way to the hole, count it, and one. Another look, and I think that official had a moment of indecision whether she was going to wave that one off. I think that's absolutely the right call. Gets into the shooting motion, contact, count it.
Oh yeah, the contact, especially the I guess the most severe contact was a swipe down that almost hit her on the head, and that was while she was in the air going up and finishing that. Just an incredible finish there, and Stevens having a great game so far. I say great game, quiet scoring-wise first half, but she makes the impact on the defensive end as well, and she draws a lot of attention.
Bob Long and Will Ryan, your broadcast team. Now Neumann-Goretti looking for the answer for three. In and out. And another rebound by Imhotep. No numbers. Good feed inside. Tough shot. Offensive rebound. It's good. And again, it's Michaela Sunshine Rambert-Carter. All-name team for sure. If we're putting an all-name team here in District 12, I think she is the MVP. Love that. For three. Too strong. China kind of went into the contact there. I love the idea, getting that rebound, but maybe a little too much from Brooke Barnes. A quick giveaway, though, and Neumann-Goretti steps through. It's good. Hayes again.
That's 2 times now Hayes has finished through some contact. Both times no calls. But then again, it looked like the official, they're saying that we're going to play a physical game when it comes to block charges.
No good on the shot from Janai Smith. Looking for the back tap.
Oh,
what a feed.
Wow.
Count it. And one.
And now you've got the Saints faithful into the game as well. It's been a lot of Panthers fans early. The Saints loud now.
But this pass, fantastic. Top shelf. Ooh, baby, that's a good pass.
When you've got a star that can score the ball like she can, and then be willing to pass and give it up and trust your teammates, that's special, and that's very dangerous if you're playing against them. Atkinson gave a good shot at it. I thought she was about to come up with that offensive rebound.
Hayes up ahead. There's only one defender back there, and it's an 11-point lead.
Bob, I don't know if you caught that. Atkinson warded off the Lady Panther the whole time.
Sure did.
And gave her teammate Majay Hayes a wide open lane. Watch Atkinson, number 22, start fading off to the right side of the lane, keeping the Lady Panther away on that right block. Great job, if you can get away with it, by Atkinson.
Well, and another thing, right? Not extending that right arm. A lot of times you can get away with it when you're not extending that arm. Hey, just running your route. It's a rub play. It's not a pick play, right?
Absolutely. And again, we said in transition, Hayes, she gave up the ball last time, right? So that's got to be a threat if you're defending her. Obviously, that one was a little more wide open for Hayes. But in transition, just the dual threat of, first of all, she can Euro step. She can, finish with both hands. And then she's also a great passer in transition. It makes her pretty darn hard to guard.
4 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the third quarter. Bob Long, Will Ryan, your broadcast team. District 12 partnership here for broadcasting. Bob Long Sports here for both nights, hosted at LaSalle. Thrilled to be here.
And after a low-scoring first half, we kind of expected it to get going, but man, has it got going in the first, I guess a little less than 4 minutes of this third quarter.
Big moment here for Imhotep.
Yep, and I'm sure the coach, Coach Hargrove, happy that they're setting it up. They're actually going to be able to run a set here. It's been a lot of back and forth running in transition, and as you said earlier, that certainly favors the Saints.
Good feed to the top of the lane. Stevens, great jab step, and a power dribble to get to the hoop.
Wow, off the glass for Hayes.
And now it's 31-20 with 3:39 to go in the third quarter. It is a sold-out crowd. Folks are starting to gather along the baseline, which I know the LaSalle administrators love. And now all the way to the hoop, a good no call. Neumann-Goretti, the largest lead of the night at 13.
That's a freshman, Bob, and she had the wherewithal to cut off her defender. And man, that is a tough call after a bucket. Picking up full court, they call a block. The thing is, the Lady Panther kind of did a back dribble.
Yeah.
And I think that just created the separation.
Watch this right here, though. Kind of throws it at the Neumann-Goretti defender. That's something there. I'm not saying you tee somebody up for that, but I would have a conversation with that player from the referee and say, hey, that's just nothing like that anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, in a game like this, intensity like this, and great respect between the two coaches, you don't want to see anything perhaps get out of hand, but you also don't want to – sometimes a technical foul escalates it.
There's an open three. It's good. Exactly when they needed it. It's Kajane Cooper.
Bob, something I'm so impressed with both of these teams, there is a number of girls, even off the bench, that can get it done in the scoring category.
What a move, the freshman, everything but the finish. Offensive rebound, and that one's too strong. Two excellent looks for Neumann-Goretti. A dribble drive, blocked. Oh, what a give. It'll be Hayes all alone. And she got the finish. The assist goes to Tori Evans, giving great minutes off the bench. And there's the response. Tanaya Finney. Beg your pardon, it's Amaya Scott, the freshman for Neumann-Goretti, that had that assist, and she's had a great last 3 minutes. Hayes to the hoop. And now it's become a little bit of a shootout, Will. What a stark change from the first half.
Bob, Neumann-Goretti scored 17 points in this quarter. They had 20 in the whole first half, while the Imhotep Lady Panthers 15 in this quarter after 11 in the first half. The third quarter, a high-scoring affair so far. Oh, nice roll to the rim. Just couldn't handle it.
Yep, and that pass was taken a little bit underneath. Kind of tried to catch, go up in one motion, couldn't quite bring it in. I like the offensive set.
Yeah, and had Stevens caught it, she was kind of in no man's land there, so deep underneath the basket. Would have been a tough finish, but nevertheless, I like the idea from the Lady Panthers.
Well, and that's because you had number 12, Brooke Barnes, with her length. He kind of had to lollipop, rainbow past that ball. Couldn't put the zip on it that you would have initially wanted. Good move, pull up. Offensive rebound and a finish. Deasia Atkinson matches the Neumann-Goretti largest lead of the night at 13.
And Bob, if you want to look at all Catholic snubs, perhaps Atkinson would be at the top of your list, because truly probably the best rebounder in the Philadelphia Catholic League.
A deep three, that one's no good, a little long. Out of bounds with 45 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, down 13, ill-advised three there, and this gives Neumann-Goretti the opportunity. So far today, it might not side towards that they'll hold for the last shot, but you know they'll hold for a good one.
This is a Neumann-Goretti team that had to play 10 games in the last 17 days of the regular season. Reminiscent of the Neumann-Goretti boys team that just won the PCL boys basketball title. A foul is called with 28 seconds left in the third quarter. But they only go, as we've seen here tonight, about 6 to 7 deep. So 15-plus day shutdown, 10 games in 17 days. This team hung in, played a really difficult non-league schedule, went down to Virginia, played a high-level tournament. They had 6 kids total there for that. They won all 3 games and the preseason tournament title. And because of passes like that and buckets like that, Majay Hayes.
So, Bob, we said we don't know if they'll hold for the last shot, but they'll hold for a good shot. Any Majay Hayes open three is considered a very good shot.
And they're going to get one more look at it, Will, with 10 seconds left.
And they'll put the ball in the hands of Hayes here and let her work. Up 16, an opportunity to kind of put this game away.
It's Hayes. Stays with it. Got it back, and it's out of bounds with 0.4 seconds left to Imhotep. Hey, I know we don't do a ton of where you at during basketball season as that ends the third quarter, but we have to give a shout out to Neumann-Goretti boys basketball, checking in and saying, let's go girls. So for those of you that haven't watched Bob Long Sports before, it's time for our favorite game, Where You At?, where we ask you to comment on our YouTube stream, also follow us on Twitter and subscribe to us on YouTube. Let us know where you're watching the game from, and we'll give you a shout on the air. Bob Long, Will Ryan, your broadcast team here for the District 12 3A Girls Championship game. Neumann-Goretti, as we take a look at their huddle here. Oh, actually got a good look at the scoreboard here. Very nicely done here at LaSalle, by the way. Great facilities here for this LaSalle Explorer team. But we look at this team led by Andrea Peterson. Well, she's been here for 8 years. And in that time, she's led teams to 4 state titles, 2 PCL titles in that span. And I guess it is true what they say. At times it's tougher to win a PCL title than a state title. And they've got 6 trophies in that trophy case, all under Andrea Peterson.
So, Bob, last night during the Archbishop Carroll game, we were talking about great PCL alums, and we certainly snubbed maybe the best college basketball PCL alum there is right now, and that's Diamond Johnson at NC State. One of the greatest players ever to go through Neumann-Goretti, boys or girls, and that's saying something for such a storied program. Diamond Johnson, I want to say, again, averaging something like 18 points per game for North Carolina State. And just an incredible player, incredible story, and it's great to see a Neumann-Goretti Saint doing so well at the next level.
No doubt about it, and even a level higher than that. Kamaya Smalls, the first WNBA draft pick from Neumann-Goretti in the year 2020, selected by the Indiana Fever in the 3rd round. She's bounced around a little bit and now is back on a WNBA roster. Kamaya Smalls. Also 3 to 4 athletes that were alums of Neumann-Goretti basketball playing overseas basketball. A 3 in and out, but a weak side rebound. Step back, that's a tough shot. Blocked by Imhotep. 7:35 to go, 4th quarter. And it's got to start happening. I think they're going to get a travel. Yes. The official comes back behind the play. And Imhotep, the reason they're upset is because they're saying, hey, there's an official right in front of the play, right there to the right of it, doesn't see it. You got the guy calling it from midcourt. I'll tell you what, though, well, the guy from midcourt, he got it right. Yeah,
an incredibly late call, but it seemed like the trailing official, he had a good view on it, and he made the call, and you applaud him for that. Wow, what a pass by Hayes.
And what a finish. Pulls it back with a string.
When you have such a good pass like that, you're rooting for the ball to go in there a little bit, and the basketball gods obliged.
Tough shot off the glass. That one's no good. A lot of contact, but they play on. And an interception. Numbers here for Imhotep. Smith all the way. A foul is called. 6:51 to play in this 4th quarter. Shout out to some folks. Kevin, Mike says, just gives us the fire logo. I agree. It's been a heck of a basketball game here tonight. Neil says, hey, Imhotep all day long. Neumann-Goretti says, hey, the boys are watching from practice. Zachary says, hey, Conwell Egan's coaching staff watching from the Egan locker room. Melania, the niece of Coach Peterson, watching as well. Go NG, she says. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for playing where you at. So, well, yeah, that last turnover there by Neumann-Goretti, I'm sure Andrea Peterson, a chance to calm her team down here with the stoppage. This is one where, hey, you have a 16-point lead, 6:51 to go. May not quite be in the DNA. This is a team that loves to get up, beat another team down the floor with tempo.
And that'll do it for Corinne Easerly.
Yeah, Corinne Easley, the freshman.
Excuse me, yeah, Easley.
Has fouled out of the basketball game with 6:45 to go. So the point was going to be, hey, do you slow things down a little bit, run 40, 45 seconds off with each offensive possession, and make 16 an even more daunting number than it already is? And now you have to do it without one of your primary ball handlers on a team that only goes about 6, maybe 7 deep at times. They've gone about 7 deep this evening. And a good defensive possession. It will stay with Imhotep, 6:38 on the clock.
Yeah, the goal there, Neumann-Goretti wanted to slow down the pace, maybe get it into a more half-court game rather than this up-tempo pace, which allows Imhotep to score points quickly. You kind of want to slow it down. That plan did not necessarily work, and we got a 14-point game again.
Samaya Stevens, and now a travel.
No, they called a foul on Imhotep there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Here, another look at this one, Will. An extended whistle here as we get a timeout. Okay, yep, there it is. So a timeout called. Early stages of the fourth quarter, but Will, things are happening here. 14 points doesn't seem that way. Some Imhotep momentum. Neumann-Goretti with some pressure issues getting it across half court. It's exactly why you call timeout at this point. And Andrea Peterson, someone who is going to be able to get the troops back in order, slow the game down, and try to coax this one to a victory. They've played excellent basketball, particularly in the second and third quarters, to create this chasm.
Absolutely. And Bob, if we may, I'm just going to pan the camera around and just show the atmosphere here at LaSalle so far. So to your right, you got the Imhotep student section. And then you just have a packed stands here at LaSalle College High School. And then wait until you get to the corners. A packed corner as well, underneath the basket, packed. Just an awesome atmosphere so far here at LaSalle College High School.
Yeah, not many seats left in the actual stands, that's for sure.
And it's a disservice to call this the appetizer because this is a great game in its own. And we got a great game coming up as well.
Good look inside. 2 girls in there on the block for Imhotep. But it's given away quickly. Tough shot, yes.
Oh, man, Atkinson. Spinning and shooting all in one motion, knocks it down nevertheless.
6 minutes left. It's a 16-point lead now for Neumann-Goretti, eyeing up another 3A girls title. Offensive rebound, no good. Another carom, loose ball, and Neumann-Goretti is on it. Up ahead of the pack is Hayes. And it's an 18-point lead. And those last 2 possessions there, Will, an offensive rebound for Neumann-Goretti, and then the giveaway, an easy bucket for Neumann-Goretti on the other end. It might be the end here for Imhotep. They would have needed a lot to have gone well, but now it's 2 turnovers in the last 2 possessions, and allowing Neumann-Goretti to crash the offensive glass the way they have. That's been a big part of the difference in this one.
Absolutely, Bob. And this is not a disservice to, I shouldn't say a disservice, but it's no disrespect to this Imhotep Lady Panthers team because they're actually very good with the ball. This Neumann-Goretti defense is just so stifling and fun to watch as well. I got to say both defensives have been fun to watch. I mean, Majay Hayes, she certainly scored quite a lot, but it's been tough for her. It's been more transition in the half court. She's kind of struggled.
This is an Imhotep team that's been to the quarterfinals of the state tournament 3 out of the last 4 years. And yeah, I think they have every expectation. There's an offensive foul called against Hayes. I think they have every expectation of going at least that far this year, and they have the team to do it. Philadelphia Public League champions did so in fairly convincing fashion over the course of the year. Hanging in here for a good portion of this game with Neumann-Goretti. It's gotten a little bit away from him late third, early fourth quarter. But this is a basketball team where when you throw the ball up in the air, anything can happen, and this is a team that's going to win a lot more games than it loses against the state's best competition.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it's important to note that Janai Smith had some foul trouble in the first half and was out for some of it, so that certainly could have something to do with the spread here. But man, what a shot by Tanaya Finney.
Yeah, Finney, a couple of threes here this evening, putting up a nice stat total. 48-33 with 4:19 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and her energy is infectious on the court. Really gets excited after a big shot, hypes up her teammates.
Open inside. Got her own rebound. That one was blocked. But another offensive carom. Make that 4 on this possession. 4 offensive caroms, and Neumann-Goretti goes to the line for 2. That's Amara Hackney.
Bob, that was funny because Hackney and Atkinson looked like they were battling against each other there to get those rebounds. It seemed like 2 Neumann girls on every play, every try. Really shows the hustle and the heart of this Neumann-Goretti team, and that all starts with Coach Peterson, excuse me.
Another couple of folks checking in on where you at. Coach Ty said he's watching, and then AP says, Coach Petey is my hero. Andrea Peterson, the head coach of Neumann-Goretti. Our poor guy down there, Jason Isley, running the clock. Getting the wrath from both sides. High stakes game. Good thing they didn't see that I was a little late adding the 1 tick from 48 to 49 after the free throw make there by Imhotep. They would have been on me.
So I think what the argument of the Lady Panther faithful is that they were bringing up the ball and they were about to set up their offense and they had to stop. But I don't really think it was that big of a deal.
Yeah, all that said, that's great, but what else are you going to do? Good back cut inside. Stevens! That is high-level basketball.
Again, a 14-point game. Oh, wow.
Stevens came up a little limp there, and a foul is called inside. Yeah, number 1, Callista Gaiman tried to reach for that basketball. She went down on the play. Inside, Stevens was in the area trying to defend. And the foul is called again, but yet again, Will, an offensive rebound.
Yeah, Bob, if you had to wager, just throw out a number of how many offensive rebounds Atkinson alone has.
Atkinson alone?
I mean,
8.
off the top of my head, yeah, I was about to say 8 as well. It's just incredible what Atkinson does on the glass. And then defensively, really good as well. Long arms, just a great piece for this Neumann-Goretti Saints team.
Second one, no. But guess what? Offensive rebound and a quick jump ball call. We'll give it to Imhotep.
An opportunity here for Imhotep. They've got the shooters. They can get a bucket and get the press set up. This game's not over. 15, it might seem like a lot, but this game's been pretty up and back. It could get, in transition, and it could get some quick points for the Panthers.
Ball's in the hands of Stevens. Now they play this one back out. Everybody gets a touch. And a timeout called by David Hargrove, the head coach of Imhotep.
Yeah, I think he was sensing just kind of some standing around, some passing without cutting. And as a coach, that's something that you don't like to see. Take a timeout, get them organized. I'm sure this is not going to be just an offensive set timeout. This is going to be an offensive set, and then what press are we going to get into?
Final couple of minutes here in this one. Neumann-Goretti, they have the control of the game for now. Trying to hold on to that. Imhotep with the basketball coming out of this timeout. Neumann-Goretti, a lot of history to this program, Will. As recently as 2015, they were deemed national champs. 31-0, voted number 1 in the USA Today poll. And Andrea Peterson, the Naismith Coach of the Year. Doesn't get any better than that. And the team has just continued their success. We mentioned the 4 state titles in 8 years. We mentioned the multiple players playing at a high level, not just college, but professional. Kamaya Smalls, first WNBA draft pick from Neumann-Goretti. .255 to go, fourth quarter, all the way to the 10. It's Stevens again. That's the type of easy bucket that you need. Under 3 to go, though. They're going to need a steal or to foul quickly.
Man, nice low cross there by Hayes.
But maybe a little quick. Doesn't matter when you get it right back and finish it inside.
Dieza Atkinson, my goodness, the effort. I mean, we've said probably about 8 offensive rebounds. She also probably has about 4 steals in the backcourt off of defensive rebounds by the Lady Panthers. That's a blocking foul. But there's no call.
Well, there was a whistle, but there was no signal from the official. It has to be a block.
There's not going to be a call here.
Here's another look, and that is a block. That may have skidded a little through the replay, but it was absolutely a slide. The defender was deep underneath the basket. And are they going to call an inadvertent whistle here, Will? If so, that's a tough call.
You know what I think? I think the official blew the whistle for the health of the player on the floor, but that was because she blocked the charging Lady Panther.
Okay, a difficult call, but we play on at 2:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Stevens, great look. And they stepped on the baseline. Samaya Stevens.
Actually, I think there's going to be a foul, on Stevens' drive. They had the foul call. It's going to be a push.
Okay.
So it was on the pass. They called the foul. So now Stevens will go to the line shooting 1-and-1.
And you need every one of these. Stevens, 52% on the line from the year. And I tell you, we mentioned that in the first half. Tough for me to believe that. She has looked so good from the stripe. 2 of 2.
And we didn't jinx her.
That's right.
And able to get the press set up. So that was a big possession by the Lady Panthers.
See what Neumann will do here. They essentially did what Imhotep needed on the last possession. They do it again here. A jump ball, and it's Archbishop, or I beg your pardon, Neumann-Goretti basketball. Getting my Archbishops lined up. Archbishop Ryan next up here. Starting, well, it'll be after 7 o'clock now, but that was the scheduled start time. The second game of the evening, 2 jump balls in succession. You know what that means. Imhotep basketball at 157.
13-point game. They need a 3 here, if you ask me. I mean, a quick 2 would work as well if they can get the press set up. I guess more than anything, a bucket in a timely fashion is most important.
Bingo. And it's in the hands of Janai Smith. Now Cooper has it.
I don't know if they have the time to run a full set. Just go to the rim.
And Cooper is fouled. Now that's a tough, well, I mean, I think it's the right call, but it is going to be a shooting foul. That was the determination. That's another one where the call comes from half court, Will, from the official right there on the right, the one right down below the baseline. Didn't see it. 1:43 to go, big foul shots. Cooper.
With that being said, the determination that it was a shooting foul, I believe, is the right call. Not that Cooper missed the first. I mean, she made it. It would have been 2 shots anyway.
Well, that's what's so interesting, because it was that baseline official who didn't make the call that made the determination and first signaled that it was going to be a 2-shot foul.
And there are whistles all over the place, and that's
timeout.
because Coach Peterson called timeout.
We rolled to the finish, not exactly in a straight line. A little zigging and zagging here on both sides.
Well, that's because the Imhotep Lady Panthers have kept this interesting. Right, down at least 16 at one point. They could have thrown in the towel. They could have said, all right, this is going to come to an ending where it's just possession by possession, but the press has worked. And again, they're in this game. They got to the line there, and it's always great when you can score with the clock stop, clock still stop. There's no time running off during the inbounds and stuff like that. So now they get the press set up, and we'll see if they can force a turnover. You don't want the ball in Majay Hayes' hands if you're Imhotep right now. Obviously, you're looking to get it in her hands if you're the Saints.
Quickly inbounds, looking for the double team. Ball is loose. What a great job to get rid of it. Hayes.
Bob, I don't know if you caught that. Like a rugby scrum, she kind of put it behind her, let her body fall forward, and then went back and grabbed it. Again, not sure if she did it on purpose, but we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Just an incredible play by Atkinson, but that's a jump ball, Neumann-Goretti ball.
But as we've seen, you can get another jump ball pretty quickly here. That's 3 jump balls in the last 45 seconds of gameplay. Looking for a steal or a jump.
This is who you want with the ball in her hands.
Yeah, if you're Neumann-Goretti, for sure.
And that's a senior play, a veteran play, getting into the lane and then pulling it out. There's going to have to be a foul by the Lady Panthers here, and they foul the freshman. Good shooter, but only a freshman.
Amaya Scott with 1:09 to play in this fourth quarter goes to the line, shooting 1 and 1.
Interesting that they don't have Michaela Sunshine Rambert Carter in the game to just grab a rebound.
And they missed it, so the door is open for Imhotep, and 3 Saints are back behind the play. Numbers. A fastball goes right through the hands of Callista Gaiman. 1:02.
Not too much time off the clock, though. They'll see if they can get a trap, but Hayes just beats the pressure with ease.
And now you do have to foul somebody unless you're calling off the Dogs. 51 seconds left in the game, and perhaps they're doing just that. I don't think that's what Imhotep's bench wants, though. They're calling for something. Double team comes. Hayes so strong with the basketball.
And they're just kind of letting them run around. I guess they are calling off the Dogs. 11-point game, less than 30 seconds left.
But they do give it away. Scott is fouled. Make that Janai Smith. Fouled by Amaya Scott. 22 seconds left in the game. 1 and 1 coming up for Smith. Smith at nearly 70% from the line on the year.
Bob, I must tell you, I do not envy the job of the LaSalle administrators, which include Mr. Heasley, Bob Zanio, that they're probably going to try to get all these fans into the stands here. And there is space, but it's going to be quite the haul.
It's going to be a tight squeeze. Glad we claimed our spot. So a full timeout here before Smith goes to shoot the front end of the 1 and 1. And the other thing, Will, is anytime there are games coming in and out, there's some faction, and maybe it's Neumann-Goretti's faction. Some of them are going to leave the game, but maybe not. Maybe you find yourself in here, and the game of the weekend, or make it, I guess, the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday slate in District 12, but the game of the District 12 slate coming your way here. You got a ticket to it. I'm not leaving. I think that's the idea of a lot of the folks here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. In some 2-game slates, you can, clear out the gym and bring everyone back. But on the ticket, it clearly said, admission good for both games. So it wouldn't really make sense to clear out the gym. I mean, you claimed a nice spot here, Bob.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Particularly Imhotep fans as well. They have their boys coming up next as they take on Archbishop Bryan. 20 seconds left. Good find for Hayes across the timeline. And a foul is called against Callista Gaiman. 14 and a half seconds to go. Neumann-Goretti, they're going to win the 2021-2022 season's District 12 3A girls basketball title.
Bob, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this Imhotep Lady Panthers team is going to have a pretty good success in the state tournament. I mean, what a high-level matchup we saw today, and rarely do we see, I shouldn't say rarely do we see, but it's refreshing to see a team where so many different girls can produce in the stat book.
2 of 2 from the line. Final 7 seconds of the game. Smith.
And no need to inbound the ball here.
But they'll do it anyway. That is it. Neumann-Goretti, the 3A Girls District 12 champions. Led by Andrea Peterson. And an embrace at center court with Majay Hayes. What a night for her. Next up for us here, Neumann-Goretti will be presented with the District 12 championship plaque. And then we'll try to grab Majay Hayes for a post-game interview. Stay with us. Congratulations to the Neumann-Goretti Saints.
And Bob's going to head down and try to get Majay Hayes. Just an incredible performance for her on, I know, a very special day for her and her family. A sad day, but a special day for her and her family, and just a great way for Majay Hayes to finish out this day. And it looks like Bob's going to go grab her and see if we can get an interview. The court is pretty crowded right here. We will send it down to him right now.
Yeah, I think we got some interference in front, but Will doing our best up there. Majay Hayes with us here. 33 points. I don't know if you knew the number, but that's what it was. How did that feel today?
Honestly, it felt good. Like, I just came out here ready to give everything I got because I ain't make it to the palestra. So I was like, I got to get this one. I need a state chip and a city chip. And I was just doing everything I could for my team. And I guess 33 points was what it is.
It was an incredible performance and a great team performance as well. Tell me a little bit, if you would, about your teammates. So many second chances, offensive rebounds. That stuck out to us.
I'm going to give a special shout out to number 22, Deasia, because she be working her butt off. Like, she always, like, go hard, hustle to get every rebound and stuff. And that helps get pressure off of me. Like, we need those sometimes. Sometimes I need a breather. And I like when players just give their all, just like me. Like, we all got to come out here and rumble. And that's what we did as a team. We've been going hard in practice every day, and it just showed out here today.
This Neumann-Goretti Imhotep rivalry has started to become a pretty good rivalry. You've seen each other a lot in the last couple of years in games like this. How difficult is it to go against a team like that, and how did you guys prepare for this moment?
We stuck to the basics, basically. We go in practice, we watch film, we see what we could do, we go over our plays and stuff like that, and it's just basically like just go out here and play basketball, and that's just what we do. It's no special secret to what we do. It's just go play basketball, have fun, and yeah.
Well, you have more basketball to play, a state tournament run ahead of you guys. We wish you the best. Thanks for taking the time today, and congrats on the title.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. That's Majay Hayes with us here courtside. And a fan club as well. That's great. Will, back to you.
Man, that was one of the most fun interviews I think we've ever had on Bob Long Sports. Majay Hayes, you can tell how much this means for her. Just a great performance. 33 points in the city championship. That's something that she'll remember forever. Congratulations to Majay Hayes. And in about 15 minutes, we will be going live for Imhotep Charter versus Archbishop Ryan in the 5A Boys District 12 City Championship. The game of the day, perhaps the game of the week, perhaps the game of the year, as we were about 4 points away from a true city championship. This one will be special without a doubt in a sold-out LaSalle College High School O.B. O'Brien court. We'll come to you in about 15 minutes. For now, Will Ryan, Bob Long signing off.